kidding. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brooke if you're new here. I'm not reading anything, so I really don't need these. Okay, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Brooke. Today I'm going to be giving you 10 travel tips and tricks that you can use to make your traveling a little bit smoother. Being from Illinois and moving to California, I travel back and forth quite often. Probably more than I can afford, but it's okay. These are just a few of the things that I've learned to make my life a little bit smoother when traveling. So, here we go. The first tip I have for you is to sign up for TSA PreCheck. When I say this will make your life so much easier, I have never meant it more. You just go online, you fill out a form for TSA PreCheck, you set up an appointment, they scan your fingerprints, they ask you a few simple questions, and they do a background check. And from there, you are approved for TSA PreCheck. They give you it's called a known traveler number. Type it in whenever you book your flight, and they add it to your ticket. So what this does is whenever you go through security, you go through the TSA PreCheck line instead of the regular security line, and you don't have to take off your jacket, you don't have to take off your shoes, anything like that. Nothing comes out of your bag. You just put your bag on the belt, you walk through the metal detector, and you are good to go. Tip number 2 is pick the side of the plane that you typically sleep on when you're sleeping in bed. So for me, I sleep on my right side, so I always pick the right side of the plane and the window seat so that I can lean against the side of the plane and be more comfortable, take a nap, whatever it is. It just makes your flight a little more comfy. Number 3 is always pack an extra change of clothes, PJs, extra toothbrush, a mini little thing of toothpaste that can go through security in your carry-on. This is so important because flights get canceled, delayed, everything like that all the time. So the chances of you eventually having a flight get canceled or have a major delay and you having to spend the night somewhere are very high when you travel often. Sleeping in the clothes that you were wearing from traveling that day, I always feel so gritty after I travel. The thought of having to sleep in those clothes is just no thank you. Tip number 4 is always take a picture of your important documents like your ID, your passport, your boarding pass, your baggage claim ticket. All of those things are very easy to lose, especially whenever you're in a hurry, in a rush, trying to get through security, whatever it is. Have a picture of that, to have a copy of that on your phone is so important and could literally save you from not being able to get on your flight. Also, to add on to that, basically all of the airlines now have the option to scan your boarding pass off of your phone to board the plane. I would suggest printing out a physical copy of your boarding pass as well to have that. You really don't want to solely rely on your phone for your ticket to get on the plane. Always print out a physical copy. Tip number 5. So tip number 5, use Skyscanner. You just go to Skyscanner.com and then you just type in your destination. I just put New York from LAX. It's color coordinated for the cheapest dates. And then you click your date. It'll give you options for the best flight, so the least amount of travel time for still a good price, and then it'll give you the cheapest flight, which is typically a longer travel time for a cheaper price. So you can pick and choose which one you want and which one suits your schedule and budget better. I've had the most luck on this website for finding the cheapest and quickest flights. Also, the cheapest day to book a flight, not necessarily travel on, but to book the flight, is a Tuesday. So if you're gonna look at booking a flight, look on a Tuesday because there will be the cheapest flights for the rest of the week, the month, whatever. Okay, tip number 6, download FlightAware. So this app actually gives you access to know exactly where your plane is at in that moment. So if you have a delay, you don't really know what's going on, you're not getting much information from the airline agents, whatever the case may be, you can go on this app, type in your flight information, and it will give you exact whereabouts of where that plane is. Like if it's close, if it's at the gate, if it's on the other side of the country, wherever, it will tell you. So This can be really helpful. It'll give you a bit of information maybe you didn't have before, and you can kind of decide what you want to do from there. Tip number 7. Mark your bag with something that's easily identifiable. If you're looking at buying luggage, buy a color that is not so basic. Buy something that stands out, a pattern, whatever it is. But if you've already purchased your luggage, like me, and you went with a basic color, I bought these little pom-poms and they stand out so well, and I've never seen anyone else have them. Tip number 8. Bring an empty water bottle. As we all know, you can't get through security with liquids, so a water bottle is gonna get thrown away. Bring an empty water bottle. I always just bring my hydro flask in my backpack empty, and as soon as I get through security, I go to the water fountain. There's always water fountains. I've never had an issue finding a water fountain, and I fill it up from there. You can just skip on the $6 water from the gift store and save plastic. Tip number 9. This is a great one. Take hand sanitizer. This is very self-explanatory, especially in the times we are living in right now, but just bring hand sanitizer. It's so convenient and it makes you feel so much better. You are touching things that thousands of people have touched every single day. Like, it's just so gritty and kind of really gross to think about. So just save yourself from the grittiness and keep yourself healthy. And last but definitely not least, if you learn anything from this video, please let it be this. Packing your dirty shoes with your clean clothes is so gross. Like, have you ever thought about that? Putting your dirty shoes next to your clean clothes and been like, yeah, this is like a little gross, but what else do I do? Use a dust bag. You don't need to buy a specific bag. Literally what I use is my leftover Lululemon bags that I got whenever I purchased something from their stores. Actually can't believe I ever put my dirty shoes next to my clean clothes like that. That's so gross. Like, what was I thinking? But I can easily fit 2 pairs of shoes stacked on top of each other in this, and I also, if I'm bringing more shoes than that, I use the bigger bags that they have as well. So those are my 10 tips and tricks that I have that I've learned over the years that I actually use every time I fly, and it just makes my life and my travel time so much smoother and easier. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images.